Spidey. We got Spidey in the house, and he's going to perform some magic today for Lee. So, Spidey, take it away.
Thanks, man. Do you have a quarter I could borrow?
Yeah.
Try something with this quarter. I'm going to draw something, test my artistic abilities here. Be honest with me. Do you have any idea what that is?
Screaming face?
It's a ghost.
Oh, nice.
Close enough. It's a ghost. See? Give the ghost a name. What's his name?
Antoine.
Antoine.
Yeah.
So put an A on the back of that coin to symbolize Antoine. Good. You can go ahead and cap it then. So we have A for Antoine, and that's Antoine. You could see that, right? You can remember what he looks like. It's a very particular face.
He's not good looking, that's for sure.
We're gonna put that in here. I want you to put your hand on top of that coin, like that, exactly, and isolate that there so Antoine cannot leave.
All right.
I'm gonna use a napkin for this. So I'm gonna ball the napkin up, place it inside the shooter glass, you see that? Yeah. And then cover it with that.
Okay.
So there's no way I can access that.
No.
Great. Now I've heard a myth that ghosts can go through solid objects. So we're gonna put that to the test. We're gonna put, you see Antoine right there?
Yeah.
We're gonna fold it up to test and see just how much solid he can go through. You could see him in there?
Yeah.
And fold it all up, make sure from all sides, like this. And the last one goes like that. All folded up, you could see him trapped inside there. The last thing we need is a light. Do you have another lighter on you? I think I have one. I have one. No problem. You could still see him in there, right? Mm-hmm. Watch. All you have to do is put a little bit of light like this. And ghosts are scared of the light, so that scares them away. Check it out. You saw him all wrapped up inside here.
No. Really?
Gone. I don't want to touch anything. He goes through this solid paper, through this solid glass. Lift the glass.
No.
Yep. Grab the napkin. Unball the napkin. I don't even want to touch it. And inside the napkin.
Show both sides.
It's Antoine. Dude.
You made it, dude.
That is solid. Actually really good.
Thanks.
What?
Through solid.
Yo. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that performance by my good friend Spidey over here. Spidey, by the way, congratulations. Just hit 100,000 subscribers. A massive milestone, by the way.
Thank you, man.
On
Thanks
YouTube.
So much.
If you're
Thanks
not
for
already,
all the help.
You're welcome. You're welcome. If you're not already subscribed to Spidey, go ahead and do so. I left his link below. He's going to teach us a cool little magic trick here using a coin that you guys can perform around the holiday or Halloween or whenever actually you want to perform. This is a trick.
It's a great bar trick. The presentation here is very Halloweeny, but anytime you're at a bar, these are all things you could find at a bar.
Don't ever say Halloweeny on my channel again. Also, Spidey teaches a whole bunch of mentalism and hypnosis tricks, so you should really go subscribe to him if you aren't already. Today, this trick is pretty cool because it does use a borrowed quarter from the spectator. It uses napkins, which you'll find at a bar. It also uses shooter glasses, which you'll find at a bar, and a glass. And Post-it, but that could also just be...
Just paper, any paper.
Could be
I just really like Post-it.
Anything. Okay, so really, you don't really need to have anything on you. So if you're ever stuck in a bar scene and need to show someone something, find these objects and you can make some really incredible magic happen.
And that's a great point because that's how this came about. I wanted to do nest of wallets and I was at a party and I didn't have my nest of wallets, so I just made this up. Like here, it's not organic, but you're at a party, you're at a bar. These are all things you can easily find. So.
I love how Spidey's in a pinch. He just makes up magic. Pretty sick.
Yeah, so I was like, I need to do something.
So without any further ado, guys, like this video if you do enjoy this content and you want to see more tutorials. Go ahead and smash like, subscribe if you're new here. Without any further ado, let's get into learning this. I want to learn this. I want you guys to learn it. So let's go. We'll get a top-down rig and get started.
So here's what you need to perform this effect. You need 2 shooter glasses, a marker, 2 quarters, a regular glass, a lighter, pieces of paper, and some napkins. Okay, so let's learn the effect. To prepare for the effect, you're gonna need to grab a quarter or any coin from your country, and you're going to, on both sides, make 3 circles like this. And you're gonna do this on both sides. So I've got it on that side, and I've got it on that side. This coin is going to go either in your right pocket Or if you're sitting down like this and you're comfortable, you're gonna balance it on your lap. That's what I did in the performance, but I've done it both ways. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my pocket. You're also going to need a lighter. Now this isn't 100% necessary, it's just for this presentation. I use the lighter. It doesn't help for the method, only for the story, the presentation. That's gonna go in my back right pocket. I've got pieces of paper. I love to use Post-its for this, and we'll talk about why when we get to that part, and a marker. You are now ready to do this. All the other stuff are things that you're gonna borrow and kind of make it look like you're custom making as you're going along. This trick has a very impromptu feel that I love. So now that you're ready to go, the rest of the stuff is stuff that you're gonna borrow. This trick has a very impromptu feel that I really enjoy. The first thing you do is you're gonna grab the stack of napkins and you're gonna give that top napkin, the top fold of that top napkin, a bend like this, and you're gonna crease it. That's because when you grab that napkin, you want the whole thing to just open up naturally. This is something you can do right in front of them, doesn't matter. Just a fold right there. Now you're gonna ask to borrow a coin, and you're gonna ask to borrow, or you're gonna, be at the bar at the party, you're gonna grab a glass. This could be any glass, wine glass, beer glass, whiskey glass, anything, and 2 shooter glasses. You are going to borrow the coin, and on one side of it, on the head's side, I'm gonna make the ghost again from earlier. So I'm gonna do the 3 dots like this. And I'm gonna ask my spectator to name the ghost. So, here I go, do you know what this is? It's a ghost, and a little bit of fun comedy there. And you ask them to name the ghost, and let's say they call it Ramsay. So you say, okay, put an R on the back of that for Ramsay. So they're gonna put an R on the back of that coin. Now, while they're doing this, you are secretly grabbing the other coin that you prepared earlier in your pocket. So you can naturally just get your hand to your pocket like this, or you can make it look like you're still looking for your lighter or something like that, or just naturally go to the pocket, grab that coin, and you're gonna put it in finger palm. Finger palm looks like this. It's gently curled, the fingers are gently curled around the coin like this. So from the front, if you're resting your hands like that, it doesn't look like much, but you've secretly got that coin over here, palmed. Now they've signed the ghost coin. It says R, and on the other side is the ghost itself. So at this point, you're gonna do the Bobo switch with a great natural justification. The justification is you're showing the ghost, then you're showing the initial. So there's this natural throw that you need to do to show it. The Bobo switch looks like this. Bobo switch is named after its creator, Bobo, who wrote Modern Coin Magic. And the Bobo switch happens as you're throwing the coin. That's one, that's a real throw, show the ghost. Then you grab it again with your thumb and index, throw it again to show the initial. And on the third throw, you're pinching this here, you're throwing the hidden coin from finger palm, and then this coin is going into finger palm. And that's the Bobo switch. So again, you've got the coin with the initial. You could say, look, that's R, and that's it. I just did the switch. Now, this is my previously prepared coin with the ghost on both sides, and their coin with the initial is in my finger palm. Now, I want this to land heads up. Ideally, because the person who signed it knows that they put the initial on the tail side. But to help myself, what I do is I like to have spectators on both sides, so as I do the Bobo switch, I turn a little to my left to show these guys so he can't really see it. That's just a nice little subtlety, so that even if it lands the wrong way, the ghost is still there, and you're over here. He can't see at that point that that's the wrong side, and they don't know, because he's the one who signed it. So if you have spectators on both sides, this is a good point to turn here, like this. Now, you're gonna place that inside a shooter cup. And again, ideally, you want this to fall face up in there so that the person who signed it, if they were to look in there, let me get it heads up, there we go. If the person were to look in there, they would see exactly what they're supposed to see, which is the head side with the ghost on it. Now, in the performance, when I did it, as the coin fell in, it flipped over and it was tail side up. Lee was sitting next to me. He was the one who signed it. Lee, be honest. Lee's behind the camera. Did you have any idea that this was the wrong way inside the shooter cup?
No idea.
You didn't, because What you're doing is you're keeping it in motion and all they're seeing is that ghost. They don't have time to register if it's heads up or tails up. So you put this down and also immediately you go put your hand on top. And I'm covering that so he only has a second to see that. So the whole choreography is actually pretty quick. You've got this in your hand, you've got that there, you go, that's the ghost, his name is Ramsay, and we're just gonna go ahead and put that in there, and I want you to put your hand on top. It happens very quickly. Now that's there. Now I'm gonna grab a napkin. To do that, I'm just gonna grab this folded corner and pull, and what happens is naturally, that whole napkin just opens up. That's why I put that fold in. You don't wanna be fiddling with it trying to open it up. Display the napkin, we're using something called Ramsay subtlety here.
Hey!
It's amazing that you invented that like 200 years ago. Who was it? What was the legit guy? It wasn't Chris Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay. We're gonna cut that. This is called Ramsay subtlety. It's named after the most famous magician with the last name Ramsay ever in history. And basically it means if you're holding something up like this and your fingers are curled, the palm looks empty because there's a coin here, but I'm holding that, so it's kind of showing the palm empty without showing the palm empty. So you're gonna hold the napkin like this, and now you're gonna ball it up by loading the coin in there. So, I mean, there's really no details here or any subtleties. You're just gonna kind of do this, and then as you're balling it up, you leave the coin in there. That's it. Now they think this is just a balled up napkin. That goes in a shooter glass, and then the other glass, again, this could be beer glass, cocktail glass, whiskey, wine, whatever, goes on top like that. You've created an impossible location right in front of them. Now comes the last part, which is the coin vanish. Now, if you know any good coin vanishes, by all means use that. It eliminates the need for the paper. You can do any coin vanish you want. Dump the coin out, display it like this, make sure it's heads up, so even if this guy sees it and remembers that he signed the tails side, there's nothing wrong. That's exactly what he's supposed to see. And you can do any coin vanish. If you want to use, like whatever you want to use. I love the coin fold for this though. Let's learn it. So for the coin fold, you need a square piece of paper, just like that. Now it doesn't have to be a Post-it. I just really like Post-its for this because they're the perfect size and easy to carry around. Here's what the coin fold looks like. I'm gonna teach this to you using a Post-it. So I'm holding the Post-it with the sticky side downwards and up here. This is where it's sticky. The coin goes in the middle, but towards me. So it's in the middle in the horizontal sense, but it's closer to me. The Post-it is gonna fold backwards like this, and it's gonna fall about 1/2 inch short. So you could see that there's about 1/2 inch of extra space there. Now I'm gonna rotate counterclockwise, and I'm gonna fold this backwards about there. So about 3/4 of an inch in, like this. Now the coin is there. I'm gonna flip 180, and I'm gonna fold this one inwards as well. Now you don't want it to be super tight up against the coin. You wanna give a little bit of space between the coin and this fold for that coin to be like loosely moving around in there a little bit. So this folds in as well. So I could see that coin right now, it's loose, it can move around, it's got a bit of space. Now I'm gonna flip the whole thing over like this. And now this extra lip over here is gonna fold towards myself. But before I do that, my finger is gonna go down here into this opening, because there's that opening where the coin is. My finger's gonna go right in there because I wanna make this bit of a bubble to make that coin sliding out a lot easier. So this is happening down here. They can't see it. It's just real quick this. And then that extra lip over here is folding in like this. Now, because you're moving this around and rotating it, they think that you 100% wrapped the coin up in there. Lee, in fact, when we stopped filming earlier, you were like, I don't even know how the coin came out of the paper, because you were convinced when I did this that it's really wrapped up in there from all sides, correct?
Exactly, yeah.
They can also see the shape of the coin there because the paper, if you press it, it kind of takes the shape of that coin. Now, here's the other reason I really love the Post-it here. When I turn up here, the sticky side is up against my fingers. So all I have to do is completely let go of the thumb. Watch what happens. I'm gonna do it from this angle so you can see it. If I let go of the thumb, that coin slides right out because this is stuck to the fingertips. It makes the coin fold a lot easier. So that coin falls right out and into my hand. And this happens as my left hand is looking for the lighter. I say, do you have a lighter? I think I have a lighter. Left hand pats my pants like this, looking for the lighter. Now that the coin is slid out into my hand, I pass just the paper to my left hand. As my right hand moves away, sliding that coin into finger palm, and I go for my lighter that is in my back pocket. And I go, oh, there it is, got it. At this point, I leave the coin in that pocket, come out with the lighter. And that's it, you're done. You're so far ahead. They think that their signed coin is inside this paper. Not only is there no coin in this paper, but their signed coin is already inside that napkin, so milk it here. This goes on top of the glass.
Ooh, I'll give you a real Ramsay subtlety.
The ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. So once you're here, you can actually convince them that the coin is still inside here by banging it on the glass. Not bad, right? Just a little subtlety you can do. If you're wearing a ring, you can actually bang it. Take it or leave it. You know what? Fun.
The other subtlety is that because the paper was pressed against the coin, there's still that ring in the paper. So when you put it down, it really looks like the coin is still in there. Like that shape is still there. So now you have the lighter. In this presentation, I say ghosts are scared of light. And I just give it one of these. Here's another hot tip for those of you who have flash paper or use flash paper in your magic. If you do the coin fold in a piece of flash paper, this is a beautiful moment. You light it, the whole thing goes whoosh, and the coin is just gone. I do that a lot as well if I remember to bring my flash paper. Now, you pick this up, you unfold it at the fingertips like this, and really don't underestimate this moment. That coin is gone. They have no idea how that happened. Now, you don't touch this. Your spectator themselves lifts the glass, picks up the napkin, unfolds it, and they go nuts when they find that inside the napkin, inside the shooter glass, inside the cup, is their initialed ghost. Coin drop.
All right, well that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you took some notes and get to practice. And by the way, you're noticing this is the first hat. We got the first shirt. We got the bombers on the way. Everything else, guys. I don't know if by the time this video is released, if that'll be up. Probably not. So stay tuned for the release of the merch.
Do I get one for being here today?
Yeah, I'll definitely send you a link where you can pre-order. Guys, thanks Spidey. Thanks so much, man. If you guys do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to Spidey's channel for more magic. And we'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Enchanté.